Welcome in, Sorcerers! I'm very excited to share this deck with you today. If you watched my previous video about the crazy wolves, Airwolf as it's known sometimes in my own brain, thank you for that. This will be the second deck tech I show this week as I am out of town, and so I wanted to go ahead and pre-record some things that I thought would be interesting. You can probably hear my cat in the background craving my attention, so I will feel bad as I film this, but we got stuff to do. So this is a video for Dragon Deck. We have old Dragonlord here. Dragonlord has a fascinating ability. Your avatar commands respect and fear. Tap, play, or draw a sight. That's totally normal. Before setup, set aside a unique dragon. Once on your turn, you may meet its threshold. If you meet its threshold, you may pay 3 to gain its abilities this turn. So that allows your Dragonlord to sort of walk around the board. And then if you meet its threshold, which is pretty large, 3 air, you can pay 3 mana to gain, this is the dragon that I've chosen, the ability to tap, deal 3 damage to each other unit at target nearby location, summon a skeleton token there for each unit that died. This is just such a powerful ability. So I'm not running a Draconian Bone Kite in my deck, but at the beginning, during setup, quote unquote, right before the game starts, you're gonna go ahead and announce, my Dragonlord is running Bone Kite as like sort of its other ego, its alter ego. So without further ado, let's talk about some of the cards in the deck. Dragons are super expensive, so some dragon decks, some Dragonlord decks, they do not run all the dragons. This one, however, we're shooting for the moon, and because of this, it's probably not a competitive deck. I think Dragonlord tends to be more competitive when it's mono fire. However, I'm not doing that. I want to play these fun dragons. So how do I get to the mana required to cast a bunch of 7 mana dragons? Well, one of the things I thought of initially was let me run some of these Alvaline Dryads. They're only 1 mana or 1 power, but they provide 1 mana themselves. So every Alvaline Dryad you put out, it creates a little bump. Then to draw some cards in this deck, I run, and just to have some fodder on the board that can defend a site or something, we have an Apprentice Wizard, Spellcaster, Genesis, draw a spell. So then we have 2 Common Sense. This may change, but I don't have a ton of ordinary cards that I really want to seek out so to speak. I'm not like looking to let me get an Alvaline Dryads. However, there are some cards I might want to seek out in the deck. Land Surveyor, Genesis, draw a site. I really want to be more focused on drawing spells in this deck. I think, that's, of course, anybody wants that. Hey, my kitty's up here. Hello, kitty. You're looking at this thing, trying to help me on the deck tech. Then we have Landmass. Landmass is awesome. Landmass, again, accomplishes that purpose of so that I don't have to draw sites. I can just play them off the top of the deck. All right, kitty. Goodbye. Then I run Wiccan Tools. Wiccan Tools for 2 mana. Sacrifice Wiccan Tools, draw a spell this turn. Bearer becomes a spellcaster and their spells require no threshold. The no threshold is the piece that matters a lot to me because, as you'll see, a lot of these dragons have a maddening cost. And I'm running a pretty expensive mana base, but it can get even better, I think. Or Atlas. I should learn how to say I'm running an Atlas. So I think Wiccan Tools are cool because they draw you a card and they make your dragons have no threshold. Then I'm really worried about card draw in this deck. I don't know why. I haven't really tested it out yet, but I feel like I will stall out a little bit as I'm looking for these big dragons. So I'm running Queen of Midland. My idea is for 5 mana, 2 Earth Threshold, you can just kind of park Queen of Midland somewhere on your back row in the back. And what she says is after an opponent draws a card, if they have more cards than you, you may draw a card. So this will help you at that mid-game point when you're kind of running out of fuel. Maybe you're playing against an opponent who has like a better engine than you do, a cheaper engine. So Queen of Midland can help just start filling your hand again. Now, for mana reduction and relics, we have the Cradle of Ethereum, a unique relic and hope for an ancient race. Anytime during your turn, you may look at the next spell, and you may cast dragons from the top of your spellbook here for 1 less. So this reduces the cost of those dragons. And it's kind of neat to see what's on top. That may come into play. You might be able to change that up if you search for a spell, or maybe you know what your wizard can draw into. Then we have for 2 mana, Shrine of the Dragonlord. Genesis, teleport all dragons to here. This site provides an additional 1 mana and gives you full 4 threshold. It's an incredible card. It's useful in non-dragon decks as well, but it's really useful here because who knows, you might want to pull all your dragons back. And then I only have 1 core so far, and I think I run this one. If I were to get more cores, I think I would replace the Alvaline Dryads in the deck, but as of now, I run this. Then I have a Philosopher's Stone. The first spell of each element cast by the bearer costs 1 less. Cool. Then I run an odd one, I think, Key to the City. But the reason is it gives me an extra mana to get to that 7, and in addition, the bearer ignores sight abilities. So when Dragonlord wants to go running around, burning people alive with his cool Bone Kite ability, he's going to need to be able to get through things like Troll Bridge and stuff like that. And then, in addition to that, I thought this was particularly fun. I put 7 League Boots in here. Why? Because bearer has 7 movement, or plus 7 movement. So the Dragonlord would have 8. So from literally anywhere on the board, Dragonlord could run up and smash something, or one of your other dragons could run up and smash something. Whoever you get the boots on, like, no one is safe in the realm. And as a removal spell, I had Spear of Destiny. Bearer has tap, throw Spear of Destiny at any minion, anywhere. It teleports to that minion's location and it kills it. Very fun. I just like the idea of a dragon throwing a spear across the board, so who knows? Maybe it's an Alvaline Dryad throwing a spear. So with the Dragonlord being a flavorful thing for me and something I wanted to enjoy, building in the realm, I imagine the dragons come from this giant cloud of thunder and lightning. So I have 2 thunderstorms in the deck. They're an aura. When you place them on the board as such, they'll kind of go to a space in between all, and so it's just randomly striking lightning bolts for up to 3 turns. And this kind of thunderstorm can move across the realm. It's really cool. It's a really fun sort of thing. So I imagine this comes out before to clear up some little minions before your big dragons come out. Then I also have Homecoming. This one could leave the deck. I'm so anxious about casting dragons early in the game that I ran this thinking for 3 mana I could get this down, and then all of a sudden my little Alvaline Dryads, my Land Surveyors, whatever, they can now tap to make mana, which ideally would be pretty cool. I don't know if it would work out. I also run 2 Abundance. Abundance is an elite aura of milk and honey. Each affected site produces 1 additional mana. So that's just really cool. I mean, this is a way. So I have so much ramp in this deck. It may even be too much ramp. I'm not really sure. And then to keep our opponent's avatar in place, in check, I run Sphere of Animosity. 3 mana, elite aura of Deep Dark Desperation. Avatars here can't leave, heal, or be defended. So let's keep something like a Pathfinder, for instance, trapped in one section of the board, so that my dragons have time to fly over and beat them up. Then we have Great Famine. This is another aura I run. At the end of your turn, the strongest minion occupying affected site dies. If tied, choose 1, dispel if none die. So just a way to start removing things. Maybe this comes before the dragons flood in as well. All right, now we're finally getting into actual dragons. The smallest dragons in the game, I believe, Colicky Dragonettes. For some reason, I only have 2. It's a mistake. But at the end of your turn, Colicky Dragonettes shoot a projectile that deals 1 damage. This is really useful for taking out little tokens. That's useful for firing little shots at the avatar across the board if they're on death's door. They're always just useful, and they only cost 3 mana. It's pretty awesome. Then we have East-West Dragon. Airborne, moves freely sideways. I only am running 1 right now, but it costs 5 mana. Sorry, Kitty's trying to leap on top of me. Then we have Zeraphine. We're getting to our real Edbeard dragons. We have Zeraphine Khan Rule. Airborne, at the end of your turn, you may choose 3 of your dead minions, banish 2, and return the remaining 1 to hand. Then we have Ignis Rex for 3 fire threshold, airborne, immune to fire damage. Once on your turn, discard a fire spell, fire card, deal 3 damage to units, target adjacent location. I mean, I don't run a lot of those, but it's a big beater on its own. Then we have Draco Corvus, airborne, stealth, tap, teleport to target tap minion to burrow it. I love this card. I love the flavor of this thing, just like flying across the board, and just literally burying something really fun. I cannot wait for the first time I bury something. It's gonna be great. Talum Dreg, awesome art, can't be moved by force, has +1 power for each adjacent site, so just stays pretty large the whole game. It's already 6, so it's gonna get up to like 10, 11 very easily. Then we have Vatten Draconis, unique dragon of worldly deluge, submerge. At the end of your turn, you may submerge all minions and artifacts here. That's really cool. I mean, you can just swim underneath people and just literally just start sinking everything they have from under the water. So if you're playing against a water necromancer, very cool. Then we have Calestis, has all 4 threshold, 5 power, 7 mana dragon, has airborne and void walk. And what Calestis does is tap the next dragon you cast to this location, costs 0 this turn. 0. So you can start casting some pretty big beaters for free if you can get Calestis out. That's pretty neat. And then finally, add an item. Airborne, movement +1. Whenever add an item stops, she may deal 3 damage to another random unit there. Not to herself, but to somebody else, and she's 6 power as well. So to get these dragons to kind of move around a little bit, I run some cards, we're testing them out. We have Mad Dash. I have 4 of these because I just like things that replace themselves. So draw a card, then give an ally +1 movement, pretty cool. Then to go with the flavor and have early removal, spot removal, I have 3 lightning bolts in the deck. Deals 3 damage to a random unit at a location. However, if there's nothing else there, then this will definitely do 3 damage to whatever you're aiming it at. Then I run 2 fire breathing, mostly for flavor. You've got dragons, you want them to breathe fire, and this can be cast by an ally beast or dragon. Choose a cardinal direction and deal damage to each unit at a location in the area of effect, which is kind of like a cross shape. If I have a dragon here, it deals 4 here, 1 here, 1 here, and then 1 pass. So kind of fun, but it's 4 mana, it's inexpensive, kind of removal. I'm not sure how it will work, but we have it in here more for flavor than anything. I think real removal comes down to like Whirling Blades, right? Whirling Blades is amazing, so I run all 3 of those. An ally may take up to 2 steps and then strikes each enemy along their entire path. If you have dragons doing this, you're going to do incredible damage. Then just a couple one-ups. We have Apply Alcahest. This is good in case they have sort of relics or, auras or troublesome things. This can destroy all minions, artifacts, and auras at target nearby site. So you have to have a spellcaster. So hopefully your Dragonlord's mobile, moving around, because you do want to use its ability to do the bone kite thing. But if not, you have like those apprentice wizards, stuff like that, stuff that has Wiccan tools you might be able to cast this off of, so you can cast it, pretty regularly. And then we have all mortals gone. We don't run a lot of mortals in here that aren't expendable. The only one is like Queen of Midland, really, that we worry about at all. The rest are all dragons. So at an opportune time in your game, go ahead, use this unique magic in the Fall of Man, and kill all mortals. It's unfair for those mortals, isn't it? Let's talk about the sites. So if you want to run 4-colored Dragonlord, 4-element Dragonlord, then it's going to be tough. And I don't even have the perfect mana base for this yet, but I run plenty of these dual lands, lighthouses, windmills, ruins, and then there's more here, but I think they're in my Archimago deck, like the fire and earth duels. So I don't even have enough duels to run yet, but I do run like double threshold things because a lot of these dragons have 2, 3 thresholds. So we run deep seas, mountain peaks, fertile earths, And I wish I had the red one, but it's actually in another deck. So again, that's kind of things I need to maybe look at getting extra copies of. But for right now, this will do fine. Then we have Dragonlord's Lair. Very cool, beautiful art. Dragons cast to this site require no threshold and cost 1 less. So just another cost reducer. Great to pull early. Then we have Pristine Paradise. Can't be occupied, but it makes mana and threshold of any color whenever it is empty. We have Valley of Delight. Probably need to get some extra of these. An elite site. Genesis, choose one, any of the threshold, and then this site provides that permanently. Then we have our Tri-Lands, Glastonbury Tour, Karlon upon Usk, Tentagle, and Joyous Guard. I may be missing one. I have to look and see. I don't remember. So if there's one I'm missing, I'll probably have to go get that one as well. And this one's fun. I just love anytime I get a chance to run this. And there's a lot of cards. So Apex of Babel, what it is, it's a unique site. When the Tower of Babel is built, draw a spell, you may cast the spell for free. So, this is almost impossible to pull off. But if you get lucky, and the games I've played it in, it's been a few where I've gotten lucky, I cannot imagine how exciting it is to draw a spell, look at your hand, be like, oh, I have any amount of dragons in here that I can cast for literally free. And all you have to do is you play the Base of Babel at some point, which I run 2 of, because it is an exceptional site versus a unique site. You play your Base of Babel somewhere, and then on the same site, you play Apex of Babel on top of it to complete this tower. And when you complete said tower, then you get to cast the spell off the top of your deck for free, and that's just awesome. And we needed earth and air stuff anyway, so this is just like a fun, goofy kind of lottery spin that if you pull it off, I tell you, the feeling is real. Then we got some extras: utility cards, Funeral Pyre, banish up to 3 cards from 1 cemetery. Updraft Ridge, all of our dragons fly, so having something atop the ridge with +1 movement is awesome. Cursed Desert, break a nearby ward before your dragon chomps on it, that might be helpful. And then this one, which I'm not sure of, there's a whole cycle of these, but this City of Plenty, basically what it says is for 1 water threshold, provide 2 mana and it also provides 1 for your opponent. So it ramps you and it ramps them. But my gambit is that you're ramping into something much bigger than they are, and hopefully that will pay off. So that's my dragon deck. I hope you've enjoyed looking at Dragonlord. If you've been running Dragonlord at all, or you have ideas, leave them in the comments below. Like, subscribe to the video, and I'll hopefully see you again after the 4th of July holiday. Hope you're having a good time, and keep contesting the realm.